it's Dr. Parikh, and you made it to the second module. As a reminder, modules are 2-week periods. It's similar to the way I set up online classes. Usually those are accelerated, so a module is 1 week. But for this class, I liked that same approach. It should be familiar to a lot of you, but it stretches over 2 weeks. One thing you may notice is that I have given up on doing, or I've chosen not to do lectures specifically over the chapters. You have the slideshow that has really detailed write-ups of some of the chapters. Some of them are a little more light. And I realized it was just going to be really heavy and time consuming for both of us for me to go through the chapter. And, the chapters here are not very long. It's not, it's a book. It's a book that's meant to be able to be picked up and read pretty easily by just about anyone. So it's not a textbook that needs as much explanation. And you do have the slides to go through. There's detailed write-ups of each chapter to help if you want help kind of picking out the main points. Because I realized it was going to be almost exactly the same as the more short topical slideshows that I was putting together. So I've abandoned that. But again, you have slides. So you still have help going through. And honestly, I'm going to talk in these, this week just has a couple lectures, but you'll notice future modules have a lot more sometimes. And I'm talking about the book the whole time. So it's pretty much the same thing. Same format with I guess a little different, yeah, because last time you just had the introduction. So now we're getting into more typical format for the semester, which is you have 2 discussions the first week of a module and 2 discussions the second week. You post your main posts on kind of early in the week, and then later in the week you can either respond to peers through the discussion board or come to class. I hope you come to class. It's a lot of fun. I love these topics. There's a lot of exploration and back and forth. And in class, I can pull up movie clips, or even you can share movie clips from your side, and we can talk about what's happening, pause. Side note, you can recommend clips from the movies or TV shows that you're using for your paper and get to hear me talk about what I see and hear. I'm not 100% sure, but my plan right now is not to record those live conversations, partly because I notice I'm much more careful about what I'm willing to say when something's recorded, and I assume students are similar. I think also being on camera feels a little different when you know you're being recorded, and so I want to let us all feel a little more comfortable in the space and have more real conversations. And I've got all the lecture material in these videos already, so everything we do in class is kind of on top of that. So for now, my plan is to not record that. Sometimes your discussion boards posts are going to help you with the projects you're working on. Like there's one that's just kind of talking about the article discussion project. Pretty soon the discussions are going to feel pretty routine. When the time comes, when this actually happens, I might I might add readings or swap some out. I might add lectures or take some away or add in other videos. So always check the Google Doc to-do list to make sure that you have the most recent one. So you can go in and hit, where is it? So module to-do list, and that's going to pull up the most accurate, most recent version of the to-do list, and then just look for kind of scroll down to that module. In here, you can also go into modules. I won't have updated, let me see, I think the learning activities are in here. Yep, so you've got your 4 discussions and the assignment that's due. I know I haven't pulled in the videos yet. That's kind of my lowest priority, just because you can already access them a couple different ways, because I'm linking to them all through the module. You can also go to, if you just go to my YouTube channel, I have specifically interpersonal relationships playlist that's going to have all of them. It's not in order yet, but hopefully it will be soon. Let me see, I'll probably add a link to that somewhere. I'll probably add a link specifically to the video playlist. But if I have time, if I'm able, I'll pull in the videos. That's a good thing that I can do sort of later at night when my brain is tired and I can't do anything harder and my kid is asleep. This module, so honestly, you don't have a lot of reading, but you are going to be reading and taking notes on your article. That is going to be easy breezy for a lot of you who have had me for writing in psych and or have done a lot of work with articles. For some of you, though, it's going to be a little daunting, but know that it's a skill you're building that's going to help for the future in how to read and write about articles. I use the same article notes format when I teach writing in psych, so if that's a class you're planning to take, you will see the article notes again. The Writing Center is your friend and is able to help you with this, and they're familiar with a lot of the kinds of assignments because I require Writing Center visits for writing in psych. You can also come to office hours, and if none of my office hours work for you, you can let me know a few days in advance and we'll figure out a day and time to meet. It's also when our discussion leader presentations start. I haven't figured out exactly what to do with that. I know that's going to be, for those, if you choose to do in class, that's easy peasy. If you choose to do a discussion board, I'm kind of figuring out how that'll work as far as incentive for other students. I may drop the point value of some of the other discussion boards to give a little room for that. I haven't completely fit because I think of the discussion boards as part of just your overall participation grade. And part of participating is helping people with these discussions. But I also hope that you will be kind and generous people and will recognize that these discussions are important for each person to do the project. And we'll help each other out. If you haven't already signed up for a day and time, it's due in Module 1, but make sure you do. And as a reminder, I specifically picked out these days. So like some weeks I thought that we could handle 2 presentations. A lot of weeks I just have 1 planned. So don't add to a day. If all of the slots you could possibly do are taken, email me to see what you should do instead. And then tell me ahead of time if you're planning to do class time or a discussion board. If you want a class time, then I need to make sure that I plan our activities for class to leave you time. And if you want discussion board, then I have to get things posted and figured out. So that's this week, or this module. We're still kind of building our speed a little bit. I'm acknowledging that you're going to be reading your article and that that's going to take time. In fact, let me add this. As a reminder that that's work that's happening this week. Thanks. Bye.